My name is Jacob Edgar. I'm an explorer, but I don't search for lost cities or ancient ruins. I'm on the quest for a different kind of treasure, music. As an ethnomusicologist and world music record producer, I travel the globe hunting for the best songs the world has to offer. And I suffer through some of the worst, so you don't have to. I've got a backstage pass to the world's music, and I won't stop until I've heard it all. I'm in Cali, Colombia, which is a city of just under 3 million people near the Pacific coast of Colombia. And I am so excited to be here for one reason. Cali is known around the world as the capital of salsa. Santiago de Cali, or Cali for short, is Colombia's third largest city and the main city of Colombia's Pacific region. The Afro-Colombian music of the Pacific is very unique, but the sound that has made Cali a popular destination for music lovers around the world is salsa, the upbeat, tropical dance music that can be heard in nightclubs from New York to Puerto Rico to right here in Colombia's salsa epicenter. Salsa wasn't born here, but it's been embraced by the people of the city as part of their own cultural heritage. And you can hear salsa music blaring out of every taxi cab, every storefront, it's everywhere. Some of the biggest groups in salsa are from right here in Cali, like Orquesta Guayacán, Grupo Niche, Son de Cali, and many, many others. Salsa is really part of the fabric of life in the city. So I can't wait to explore it, dance, play some trumpet, just get into the salsa scene here in Cali, Colombia. It's gonna be incredible, incredible fun. People often ask me, what is salsa? And it isn't a very easy question to answer because salsa is actually a mix of different rhythms and styles. The roots of salsa can be found in Cuba, where African and European rhythms and instruments were blended to create an enticing, irresistible sound that has had a huge influence on music around the globe. My first stop is to meet with a band that has produced some of the most memorable salsa hits, and one that has paid tribute to its native city in many of its songs. Especially the classic tune Cali Pachanguero, which loosely translates as Cali, a party town. Well, I'm about to put that claim to the test. Grupo Niche is one of the most famous salsa bands in the world, and they're based right here in Cali. Now, if they were playing in Los Angeles or New York, there'd be thousands of people going out to see them. But here in Cali, this is just their hometown, and they're just another local band, albeit a very respected and revered one. So I'm standing outside of their nightclub, and I see that the band is just hanging out at the cafe next door to the entrance, and so I thought I'd just go over there, introduce myself, and chat with them a bit. Hola muchachos.
Buenas noches.
Hola, soy, muy bien, muy bien. Gracias, ¿cómo están? Muy bien, muy bien. Señor.
¿Qué tal?
¿Qué es eso? Gracias. Bueno,
¿Qué tal el viaje?
aquí es muy bien, me encanta Colombia. Y bueno, solo conozco Cali por 2 horas, pero creo que voy a gustar mucho.
Que tanto la quería y por otro me dejó.
¿Y qué es esto? ¿Qué hay comida típica? ¿Qué es eso?
Una comida sabrosa. Presentale, hombre, por favor.
Aquí tenemos a Doña Pancha.
Hola, placer.
Ella es quien nos surte cuando, después de que terminamos ciertas sesiones de grabación y todo eso, venimos aquí, nos alimentamos un rato.
Porque hay el estudio aquí adentro.
Sí, aquí está el estudio de
So
grabación.
they have the recording studio inside the building next door. So they've recorded 6 of their last albums right here next door. I share a few words with Jairo Varela, who co-founded the band in 1978 and still acts as the group's main songwriter, arranger, and creative force. Que hay montones de grupos de salsa,
Sí.
pero Nietzsche ha llegado a un nivel mundial, ¿no? De conocimiento mundial. ¿Qué distingue el sonido de Nietzsche?
Yo creo que el brass.
Ujú.
El brass, y hay una cosa muy, muy particular, porque soy un convencido que en la manera de que las canciones sean ciertas, en esa misma medida llegan al público. Y, o sea que todo se cocina en casa. Las canciones son mías, los arreglos, los músicos son nuestros.
Y se me quiere levantar, porque yo la voy a castigar.
Gracias y tengo muchas ganas de oír el grupo en vivo porque nunca he
No has tenido la oportunidad.
¿Y diría que la canción más famosa de Nietzsche es Cali Pachanguero o cuál sería? ¿Sí? ¿Y de qué trata? Bueno, trata de Cali, ¿no?
Sí, Pachanguero es Cali alegre, Cali salsero, bailador, y se refleja en lo que es la feria de Cali.
Es como un tema para Cali prácticamente, ¿no? Esta canción, ¿sí?
Cali, pachanguero. Cali, luz del nuevo cielo. Cali, pachanguero. Cali, luz del nuevo cielo. Qué romántica luna, el lucero que leo. Germinar en tu valle, la mujer que yo quiero. Y el guerrero que canta, calle que se levanta, carnaval en Juanchito, todo un pueblo que inspira. Cali, pachanguero. Cali, luz del nuevo cielo. Cali, pachanguero. Cali, luz del nuevo cielo. Es por eso que espero que los días que lejos no duren mi ausencia. Sabes bien que me muero. Todos los caminos conducen a ti. Si supiera la pena que un día sentí cuando enfrente de mí tu montaña no vi. Que todo el mundo te cante, que todo el mundo te mime. Se los estoy pa' que mire, no me voy más ni por miles. ¿Cómo dice? Que todo el mundo te cante, que todo el mundo te mime. Se los estoy pa' que mire.
Was that fun enough? I've got one Saturday night in Cali. This is one of the biggest party towns in the world, so I am going to make the absolute most of it. I'm going to hook up with my friends from Superlitio that I met in Bogota, and this is their hometown. And then I'm going to head over to Juanchito, which is the neighborhood where all of the hot salsa clubs are. Pedro Roveto and Pipe Bravo are founding members of the Bogota-based rock band Superlitio, and they happen to be back in their native Cali to present their side project, No DJs, which blends Latin grooves and cutting-edge electronic beats. I was able to see you guys in Bogota, but now I'm able to see you in your hometown in Cali.
Yes.
Which I'm loving. I've been here not quite 24 hours, but I haven't stopped smiling since I got off the plane because I'm obviously a huge salsa fan and it's great to be in a salsa city. But you guys, I mean, you know, salsa's in your blood, but it's not what, you know, you're not following the same musical trends as many other bands in this city.
Yes, very true.
All right, so tonight, I mean, we're in this neighborhood, we're in Granada because you guys are doing another side project.
Yes.
What is the side project?
It's called No DJs, and because we're not DJs
Okay.
at all. We like electronic music a lot, but we like live act kind of performances from bands like Chemical Brothers,
Underworld, Daft Punk, something like that.
So
Okay, I
we
like that
decided
stuff too.
to take that format, but to mix it with salsa and boogaloo and like Latin percussion and everything.
One group that we weren't able to see on this trip because they're not in the country, although we really wanted them to be a part of this program, is Chokip Town, which comes from Choco. I don't know, have you heard Chokip Town?
We're friends with Tostao. We've been friends with
And
them.
he's the lead singer of the group?
Yes.
Yeah. Juancito is known around the world for being the hot spot for salsa nightclubs. So I'm standing outside of one right now. I'm gonna go check it out. And the only thing I have left to do is find myself a dance partner.
Mambo yo-yo, Monsieur Mambo, Mambo yo-yo, Señor Mambo, Mambo yo-yo, Talani Mambo.
While recent torrential rains have flooded some of the clubs I really hope to visit, a little rain isn't going to stop me from having a good time. When daylight arrives, it's time to do some exploring. So I head up into the nearby hills for some great views and to taste some delicacies from the local roadside food stands.
We're just above the city of Cali, not far from Cali. Drove up the mountainside, saw this beautiful roadside asadero, a grill place where they're grilling fish, pork, chicken, all kinds of meat.
Tuve que comprar un paraguas, pues no me quería mojar. Tuve que comprar un paraguas, pues no me quería.
One of the great things about street food is the aesthetics of it, you know? For some reason it makes the food taste even better.
Check this out, man. That is the funkiest piece I've ever seen anywhere. It is truly...
That is folk art.
It's a saddle, man.
That is folk art right there.
Yeah, it's a saddle.
Now, can you put it on a horse?
You may be wondering what this contraption is. Have you ever wanted to turn your donkey into a mobile disco? Of course you have. And now you can with the Burroteca, a saddle-shaped boombox extraordinaire that can be slung over the back of the nearest mule, and voila! Now that's what I call an ass-kicking sound system.
So salsa is not only for listening to, salsa is music for dancing, and Cali has some of the best, in fact, it has the best dancers in the world. So I've invited some dancers from the Pioneros del Ritmo, the Pioneers of Rhythm Dance School. Hi guys, hola. Hi. And they're gonna show us some of their incredible dance moves, including the patented super fast Cali feet.
They tried to teach me a few steps, and I managed to hold my own for a couple of beats, but if you want the real moves, you've got to leave it to the pros.
Barranquilla, Puerta de Oro, París, la ciudad luz, Nueva York, capital del mundo, del cielo Cali, la sucursal. Que todo el mundo te cante, que todo el mundo te mire, celoso estoy pa' que mires, no me voy más ni por miles. A mí ya siento tu aroma, cualquiera gusto razona, que Cali es Cali, señoras, señores, lo demás es loma.
Cali isn't the only place in Colombia with great salsa, but bands from other parts of the country consider Cali to be the ultimate arbiter of greatness. Getting cheers from audiences in Cali is like a blues guitarist getting the approval of people from the Mississippi Delta. If they like it, you know it's the real deal. One salsa band I met up with in Bogota was a little concerned that their unique approach to salsa might not be accepted in Cali. La 33 is fast becoming one of the best-known salsa bands from Colombia today, and they've gotten attention by stepping outside of the norms of what can be a pretty conservative genre. I had some time when I was in Bogota to discuss the history and mission of La 33 with band member Santiago Mejía.
Pues La 33 es una banda de rock.
¿De rock?
Tocando salsa. Que todos sus integrantes vienen de una escena rockera, del heavy metal, del punk, del ska. Y la energía, cuando tú la ves en vivo, la energía es como de una banda de rock. ¿Sí? Tú ves a los músicos bailando, pero también los ves saltando, también los ves gritando. Es una puesta en escena pues, de donde vinimos, que es el rock.
Aunque a mí no me digas que yo sin ti no puedo vivir. Que no es así. Oye, mamacita, te lo voy a repetir. Aunque a mí no me digas que yo sin ti no puedo vivir. Que no es así. Oye, mamacita, te lo voy a repetir. Aunque a mí no me digas que yo sin ti no puedo vivir. Y que sin ti no puedo vivir. No me agarres. Aunque a mí no me digas que yo sin ti no puedo vivir. Y te digo que sin ti aquí esta noche muy solito me voy a dormir. ¿Cómo no?
I'm a bit worn out from all that dancing, so now it's time to take it down a notch to check out some of the traditional Afro-Pacific music that's native to Cali and the surrounding region. One of the leading performers of this rich folklore is Grupo Bahía, which was founded in 1992 by Hugo Candelario. Cultivated in the humid jungles of the Pacific Coast, Afro-Pacific music's signature instrument is the marimba, whose mesmerizing sound blends magically with the rhythms of the guasá, a traditional shaker, and the bombo and cununo drums.
I'm here with Hugo Candelario, who is one of the pioneers of revitalizing Afro-Pacific music in Colombia. And Hugo, ¿cómo comenzó Grupo Bahía y ese concepto de...?
Bueno, pues soy oriundo del Pacífico, nací en Guapi, Cauca, un pueblito en el Pacífico colombiano, y me vine luego a la ciudad como a los 12 años.
¿Esta ciudad? ¿A Cali?
A Bogotá,
a Bogotá,
a la capital. Estudié ahí el bachillerato. Pero llevé mi herencia musical ancestral tradicional del Pacífico. Luego me instalo en Cali, después de estudiar, bueno, viajar mucho, y aquí estudio música ya oficialmente en el conservatorio, y se da esa combinación de lo tradicional con lo académico. Y básicamente ese ha sido mi ángulo, en esa cadena de la música del Pacífico, ese ha sido mi aporte, un poco conservar la tradición y adicionarle un poco el concepto académico occidental. Ese instrumento se llama marimba de chonta.
De chonta, ¿y por qué de chonta? ¿Qué significa de chonta?
La chonta es esta madera con la que se construye, es una palma tropical que se da mucho en el Pacífico colombiano.
Y ¿podemos tocar juntos este ritmo? ¿Cómo se llama?
El curulao, que es la danza madre de...
El curulao, ok. Enséñame de nuevo.
Hugo gives me a quick lesson on how to play the curulao rhythm on the marimba. Concentrate. Hugo, stay in time, won't you? You're throwing me off, man.
Okay.
Muy bien.
This is something I love. You can get it all over Latin America. Guarapo de caña, sugarcane juice. You make it from fresh sugarcane and you run it through this machine here. Now you want to be careful not to put your hand in there too much because just kidding.
Another young band that has started to make waves on the local scene is Herencia de Timbiquí, or Heritage of Timbiquí, a town on the coast that's rich with tradition. We didn't know until the very last minute that we were going to be able to have them on the program, but we managed to squeeze in a quick session right before leaving Cali.
We've got about an hour before we're leaving on our flight to Medellin. We're supposed to be recording Herencia de Timbiquí, and it's total madness. Our original location was an old church, but there's a wedding going on, so we couldn't play there. So we've gone around the corner, we've blocked out this beautiful old street, we've got cops covering each side to keep it safe, and it's gonna be crazy, it's gonna be fun, and actually I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm stressed as can be. It's always good to have cops, you know, I recommend it. How you doing?
Pleasure to see you again. That's our set.
Herencia manages to respect tradition while giving it a modern, youthful energy, blending brassy, salsa-style horns and rockin' electric guitar with marimba and traditional percussion and melodies. The result is funky, enticing, and a whole lot of fun. Cali, with its scorching salsa and fascinating local traditions, has left me with some great memories and musical experiences. But it's time to head off to the next stop on my Colombian musical adventure.
Oh, how do you say nightmare in Spanish?